comes one. Come on, little buddy. There he is. Oh, right at the hole, another nice crappie. Ah, darn it. All right, guys, how's everybody doing? Corey here from Mixin Up Outdoors off the YouTube channel. Hey, we're out here in central Wisconsin again on my favorite Blue Gill lake. This is the lake where I put that 11-incher on the ice earlier this year. Just got out here. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. We got snow. It's a little windy, but hopefully we can find some fish. Got the K-drill all charged up and ready to rock, and I'm gonna go drill some holes and try to find the water I'm looking for. There's a specific weed bed in here that I personally like to fish. What this is actually a glacier lake, and the main basin is kind of a bowl, and then I'm up on top of a little bit of a ledge. And what these bluegills are doing early in the morning is they'll come up, they'll feed and stuff, and then they'll slide back down into the basin. So I'm trying to catch them while they're up feeding, and I gotta get to it. One started to come, now he just stopped. Oh, son of a gun. That one came out of nowhere. Just a little guy. You know, I have a ton of marks down here right now, and these fish just are not eating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the quad and grab a different rod, a little bit different setup, and I think I got some plastics tied up, rigged up on that one. So I'm going to go grab that and give it a whirl and see if we can trigger some bites here. You know, I came out on this lake today and by myself right now, and I got a friend who might show up later. You come out to these places and you chase your gills or your crappies or perch or whatever it is you're chasing. Me, you know, I'm in central Wisconsin today. I'm not on a big lake. I can see the shorelines are all around me. It's snowing. It's a little windy out, a little cold air, but snow on the trees, it's beautiful out here. Sometimes you just gotta stop and appreciate what you're looking at, I guess. It's a beautiful thing. Family and then fishing, and I don't know what else matters. That's a nice one. Nice little gill. What's that? Oh yeah. It's a little bit more weedy over here. Good gill. Your stop is so what I got here is like 3 feet of weeds. I'm in 11 feet of water. And all I'm doing is working from the bottom of the weed column up the top, and then I bring it up about a foot over the top of the weeds. What these fish are doing is they're coming up to the weed column, following me up, and hitting actually on the top of the weeds. I'm not getting them to bite anything to bite into the, actually in the weeds. Like right now I got one coming up here, just hitting the top of the weed column here. Bring him up just a little bit more. He's going right back down. Just a little guy. Whoa! He all of a sudden got hungry. Another nice little gilly. I'll take those all day long just to catch them. Pretty fish, you know. That's one thing about these Clearwater lakes is the fish in here are just gorgeous. You know I've been talking about these RC Predators from B&B Custom Rods, and you know, John, aka Buzz, he does one heck of a job making these things. This is actually a new one for me. This is the Tight Line series. This isn't the Noodle, this is the Tight Line, and I'll tell you, even with this rod, you know, these little bites, these little fish, just the littlest, tiniest, just tick, you know, you can feel it all the way up. And I got the Striker skins on, and I can feel those bites all just fine through this rod. It's really nice. Like every time I fish with these things, you know, it's almost like you get more and more used to them. You get the feel of them, and the comfort is just incredible on these things. You know, I was out fishing with my son yesterday, and we were on Fox Lake. And, you know, we weren't catching a lot of fish. We did come to one spot where we caught a handful of keepers. We didn't keep anything yesterday, but we ended up drilling in on this spot, and it was just loaded with fish, probably 3 feet in the column, you know. And I was sitting there, and one after another, I was pulling in those 4 to 5 inch perch. And my son, who is going to be 20 actually next month, you know, he's like, Dad, he's like, let's move. And I said, what do you want to move for? We're having a good time. You know, he's like, oh, these are all little. And I guess I took a moment and I realized, you know, for me, it's not about, I mean, granted, I love coming out here and catching big bluegills or big walleyes or whatever it might be. But, you know, for that half an hour, 45 minutes that I sat on that hole and just one after another caught those little perch. And I told him, I said, this is, for me, it's all about setting the hook. You know, it's all about catching them. It's having fun, you know. It's just being out here. It's such a, what more can you ask for? I don't know. Come on, this is a big mark. Come on. Come on. Come on. He is right there. Come on, take it. Ah, come on. Come on. When bluegill fishing, this is like the mark you're waiting for, too. Come on. He's just sitting on it. Here comes another one, a little mark. This little mark's probably going to eat it. Sure enough, big mark just went away. Gosh darn it. I had an awesome mark, and I ended up with this little guy coming up and eating me. Oh, the luck today, I tell you. Nice little gilly. Man, this wind keeps changing directions on me. You know, guys, they always say live and learn. I didn't get it on camera. I was just, everything's all full of snow now because I threw it. You know, I didn't get this on camera because so I was just hole hopping right here quick, but I actually had a little twist in my line. It was around the back side of my reel and I didn't know it. I dropped down the first hole. Big mark came up right on that same weed bed where I got that 11-incher last time I was here. Big mark came up, smoked it, and I had a twist in my line around the back side of this reel. Pulled it, fought it for a second. It peeled drag, snapped me off. Now, as anybody who fishes knows, especially bluegills, that very well could have been a largemouth bass, but going on where I am, where I'm located, where I'm fishing, the lake that I'm fishing, the fish that I know are here, in my mind, that was another 11-inch bluegill. Excuse my language, but I am pissed at myself.